Artists are able to create the illusion of space using different drawing techniques. Today we're going to dive into the basics of two-point perspective and complete our skill building activity. To complete this activity, you will need to recreate the image on the bottom of the two-point perspective worksheet that shows 3 different viewpoints of a box or a cube. Okay, you'll need an eraser, a pencil, a ruler, and the worksheet that has the horizon line and 2 vanishing points on it. When you're finished, it should look something similar to what you see now with the 3 cubes from different viewpoints. To get this process started, you're going to need the worksheet that has the horizon line printed on it along with the 2 vanishing points. Okay, your horizon line is the horizontal line that goes left to right, and it's where the sky meets the ground. Or it's going to be considered your street level view for this assignment. Okay, so on the horizon line, we're starting with the street level view. What I want you to do is take your ruler and draw a vertical line. Okay, a little bit above the horizontal line or the horizon line and a little bit below. Now this is going to be the corner of your cube, okay, to get you started. From here, you're going to take the top of that line, you're going to connect it with the ruler to the vanishing point, and you're going to lightly connect those 2 points with a lightly drawn line. You'll do the same thing on the bottom. Okay, and this will give you the right side of your cube. You'll repeat that step on the left side, connecting each point of that vertical line to the vanishing point on the left. Okay, and that completes your cube. You want to draw light in case you make a mistake. Make sure you can erase those marks. Okay, next step you need to do is make sure or figure out how wide you want your building to be, or your cube, or your box. You're going to do that by lining up the ruler with that first vertical line and scooting it over to the right. Okay, and you're only going to draw that vertical line inside the triangle shape. You'll do that on both sides. So decide how wide you want that box or cube or building to be. Make sure it's parallel to the corner of the building. Okay, and lightly draw your line. From here you can go in and you can erase those extra extension lines, okay, that are no longer needed because you've closed out your cube. So what happens if we're looking up above street level? Okay, this is what we call the worm's eye view when we're looking up. Okay, so I decided for this demo I was going to scoot the box over to the right just a little bit, but we're going to follow the same steps. You start with the corner of the cube, making sure that line is parallel to the edge of the page, and you're going to connect to the vanishing point using your ruler in both directions. Just a nice little reminder, make sure you're drawing lightly with your pencil. Make sure you're holding your ruler down so it doesn't slip. And make sure you triple check yourself that your ruler is connected to the corner of the box and the vanishing point. Okay, so what's next? Okay, on the street level view, we only see 2 sides. When we're looking up, we see 3 sides. Okay, so not only do we have to close out the sides of the box, but we have to figure out how to draw the bottom of the box. Okay, let's start with the sides where you're lining up your ruler with the corner of the box, deciding how wide you want that to be, drawing your vertical line inside the triangle shape that you've created. Okay, and by drawing those 2 lines, it actually gives you another point that you get to connect to the vanishing points. It might help you to erase that extra extension line first before we finish out the bottom of the cube. Okay, so now if you're just focusing on the box, it looks like it's missing that bottom side, or that bottom panel. You have two floating edges, two floating corners. Okay, it gives you your points that you need to connect to your vanishing points. However, in this case, you're going to take each corner and you're going to take it to the opposite vanishing point. So the corner that's on the left side, you're actually going to line up with the vanishing point on the right and draw light because you will be erasing some of that. Okay, I didn't even draw it all the way to the vanishing point because I knew I was going to erase some of it. And then line up your pencil on the corner on the right side and connect that to the vanishing point on the left. Okay, I had drawn that arrow in there. I wanted to go in and erase that so it didn't cover up any of the details. So now what happens when we want to draw something looking down? Okay, so for the bird's eye view, you follow the same steps. You always start with the corner of the cube or the box or the city building. Okay, and you make sure that that line is parallel to the edge of the paper. And then we're going to start connecting the corner to the vanishing point. Both directions, drawing lightly, making sure we use our ruler. Remember, using the ruler is a huge part of this. It's a technical drawing. You don't want to have any wavy lines. You want to triple check yourself. Triple checking yourself just really helps you prevent making mistakes and having to do more work. Okay, so from here, let's play with the width and the depth of the cube a little bit. Let's make this one a little bit bigger. Basically, you create that illusion just by spacing out your vertical lines, okay, from the corner closer to the vanishing point. And then you just draw your vertical line inside the triangle shape that you created, making sure it's vertical. And then go back in and erase those extra extension lines. And by doing that, that will reveal the corner that you need to connect to draw the top of your cube. Okay, so how do we do that? Here's our corner on the right and our corner on our left that needs to be connected to a vanishing point. And just like the worm's eye view, you're going to crisscross those corners to the opposite vanishing point. So the corner on our left side connects to the right vanishing point. Draw that line nice and lightly, and the corner on the right side of the cube gets connected to the vanishing point on the left. When you draw these lines, you can actually stop drawing them once you get to the corner and you overlap that, because if you draw it all the way to the vanishing point, you see that it overlaps, or it's, you know, hidden behind the cube on the street level, so you don't actually need to draw that extra line. Once you've drawn all your lines, all you need to do at this point is go back in and erase anything extra, get rid of the extra marks, clean it up a little bit, and then you need to add your shading. So if your light source comes from the right side, which sides are going to be your lightest value, which sides will have your shadow, and which will have the middle shade in between.